Okay, everyone, we're joined by Matt Fitzpatrick. First of all, Matt, can you reflect on today's performance and how satisfied you were with it?
Yeah, I was really pleased. I to shoot three under is was positive for me given the first 2 days play, and just yeah, it was obviously you always like to be better than that, but I'll take 300. I would have taken 300 at the start of the day probably.
Okay, we've got a question from Alex, if you want to unmute yourself.
Hi, Matt. Alex Thomas to CNN. Based on the conditions you saw out there, how low a score is possible, do you think?
I think it depends. It seems like the wind's dying down now, which is disappointing from my side of it. But there's a few tricky pins that you got to be careful of, and I think that's what's great about this golf course is you do have to plot your way around. You really have to think about where you're hitting it off the tee and where you're hitting it into the greens, which side you're going to miss it. And I think the golf course definitely challenges you with that. So um, I don't. I think there's probably someone's obviously going to hole a load of putts and shoot a really low one, but I don't think there's going to be too many super low scores. That's for sure.
Okay, and the next question is from Owen. Owen, if you want to go ahead.
Hi, Matt. Just
He's muted himself.
Yeah, I'm back. I think I might.
Yeah, try again, Owen.
Yeah. Hi. Just a quick question on the back nine. You picked up three birdies there. Do you see that as being accessible today, or do you see that there's a little bit of a balance? It was a little bit more accessible in the first 2 days. Are the pins a little bit trickier today? And did you
Yeah, I
kind
mean,
of play well?
for me personally, I would say I picked up the three birdies on the holes where you would expect to pick up three birdies. Um, 14, I hit seven wood pin high and just missed the green, but two putted, so that's pretty straightforward for guys. The 12 driver and 80 yards, 60. Well, no, it's probably 60 yards to the flag. You know, I would say guys are going to get up and down there at least probably 30%, 40% of the time from those distances. And then obviously you look at 17 as well. It's guys are driving it very close to the front, and it's kind of a chip up the green. Yes, you have to hit a good chip, but guys are, these are the best players in the world, so I'd like to think that they're going to do that. And the rest of the holes, it's kind of a grind. You do have to stick in. Obviously the three birdie holes there, I feel like, don't get me wrong, they're not given, but they're definitely there to be birdied, and from then on, you've kind of got to hang on.
While the breeze is dying, the heat is there, and it seems to be firming up the course and the greens. Do you see that as kind of balancing out, or is it making the fairways and greens a bit trickier for the later groups?
I mean, I don't think it is firming up personally. Maybe a tiny bit, but it's definitely softer than opens I've played in the past for sure. I mean, I stopped a pitching wedge pumping downwind on the last within 5 yards, so that's not really links normal links golf. You'd be looking to allow at least 10 of release downwind. So I definitely think it's still pretty soft. I don't think it's getting firmer, and particularly with less wind now, it's definitely the case.
And would you be happy with the final line? Bit of momentum going into the final day to get a good finish and a good position.
Yeah, I've got a chance to beat my best Open Championship finish. Obviously, as things stand, I'm well behind where I want to be with the leaders and stuff. So it's just about trying to finish the best I can now, in my opinion, and hopefully, same tomorrow or a bit lower. It'd be a great week in the end.
Okay, that's great. Thanks very much, Matt.
Thanks, guys.